Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna be honest and open and real, and maybe this will help somebody. So maybe don't skip it. If you are going through a hard time, going through a breakup, just know that there are definitely other people out there. So funny enough, I started my YouTube channel basically with a video about a breakup that I went through, and if I remember correctly, at the time I shared it to my Facebook page, which was the most terrifying thing. Not really sharing it with YouTube so much as like putting it in front of people that I know's faces. So this is another one of those videos. At this moment, the heartbreak doesn't feel like that one did. That one devastated me, and I don't know if it was because I really felt like there was a future there, and maybe was more unsure with this one. But I've been going out with someone for the past 10 months, and he is a wonderful man. I really don't have anything bad to say about him, but he's not in the right place in his life right now. He's got some things that aren't, some loose ends that aren't tied up, and just is, I think, kind of a little bit lost right now. And I did the thing that you do when you have the past issues that I have, I guess, and that is be optimistic and hope and want to see it through, and hope that down the road that there is a chance that, you know, it could get better. But the truth of the matter is that I am, and have been for quite a while, in a very much a place where I can give all of myself to somebody. I feel like my emotions are good, like my mental health is good. I'm very much single, like very much been out of a marriage for 10 years, and yeah, I was just in a good place. So we met, and it was like kind of a whirlwind. We used to know each other when we were kids, and had this kind of whirlwind dating thing, and it was like super hot and heavy in the beginning, you know how it goes. And then kind of, honestly, we think that he got COVID like in March, or late February, early March. Like looking back, there weren't really tests then, but you know, they're saying it was in the US in like January. So I think he got sick at that point, and something like shifted when that happened, and I just felt like he like retreated quite a bit, and he seemed like more distant, I guess, less, he seemed like it kind of like turned more into a friendship. Like a lot of the affection went away, and a lot of the like really sweet like romantic texts and things like that. And we did like whatever we did for the past several months, would see each other a couple times a week. And then it was always like really hard for me. Like I always needed more affection and just wasn't getting it. And then I also felt like I needed more like verbal affirmation. Just like in the beginning, he would tell me like I look amazing, or like I am amazing, or that he like enjoys spending time with me so much. And then as time went on, that kind of dwindled, and I'm not angry with him about it. It's just like, it is what the place that he's at, that's what he was able to give me. But I really just held out hope, and I'm not angry with myself, except I just think that I probably made a choice knowing where he was at in his life that wasn't great. I have had experience with it before, and I probably shouldn't have. I'll just say he technically wasn't divorced yet, and he's dealing with like having been in a marriage for a really, really long time. And he was very much separated for a couple years before we met, so it's not like he was in an active marriage or anything. But like he lived with his parents for a lot of our relationship, and then would end up coming over here to kind of escape. And so sounds kind of funny as I'm saying it out loud, but that's what it was. So it's just, I'm looking back and reflecting and knowing kind of like what I could have done differently. And I'm not blaming myself. It's like today we sat down and talked and just talked about how it's like more like a friendship, and he's just not there as far as having something romantic. And I can deal with that. Of course, I'm sad. It makes me sad. And, it's not something that I wanted really, except part of me is also feeling like relieved because I didn't want to be the one to do that. And I kept thinking like I wasn't getting enough. And I know you guys, I feel like you guys know this, and my friends and family, but like, I'm such a lover. I have so much love to give, and I'll sometimes definitely overgive or like maybe invest more than someone's investing in me. I'm guilty of that, but I tried not to do that too much. Just like invest what could be invested, I guess, without being having the scales tipped. It sounds silly to think of it like that, but you just try to invest sort of equally. But I'm just like such a lover, and I know that whoever it is that I end up with has to be somebody that's like worthy of that and in a place where they're able to receive that and give that. And so far I have not met anyone that it worked out with that was in that place, that was in a healthy place, or we just like I just haven't been compatible with somebody. And he and I were very compatible, but like you can't just go on that either. Like you have to have the timing, you have to have the compatibility, you have to like have like attraction, sexual chemistry, and like moral values need to be the same. I mean, there's a lot of things that need to line up for a relationship to work out. So I know it's no easy task, but I just wanted to get on here and kind of just share with you guys. Like that's what I've been dealing with. That's why I haven't posted a video in a while, because I think things have been off. I've been sad, just kind of like knowing I was in limbo, and also really enjoying having somewhat of a companion. Like we talked on the phone, like usually like a couple times a day, and like texted pretty much all day long or after work. And so I'm going to miss those things. I don't know, I feel like calm right now. And so it's funny because I was pulling in to meet him for lunch. This all happened today, mind you. I was pulling in to meet him for lunch, knowing that this was probably what was going to happen, just the way that the past few days have gone. And the song Beginnings by Chicago came on. And I suggest you listen to that song. It's a really pretty song if you haven't already. But I had sent that song to him in the beginning of our relationship, and because it reminded me of how things were going at that time. And so this song came on just as I'm like getting there, but had a chance to like listen to it. And it's reminding me of what the beginning of our relationship was like. And it was like, in the beginning, nothing really seems to matter. Your laughter with that person, you sit in silence because you can't think of which words you want to say about how much you're enjoying your time. Just listen to the song. And it reminded me that that's how it was in the beginning, and it's not like that anymore. And I was pretty sure we were going to break up, not resolve things for whatever reason. I just knew. And it just reminded me like that's what love should be like. That's what a relationship should be like. So of course that beginning stage can't last forever, and you can't always have like honeymoon stuff. And this kind of goes for anything in your life, like a job or a new friendship or a new hobby. It's never gonna have the polishy thrills that it does in the beginning. But it should, if you're in a good relationship, there should be the communication there, and it should last somewhat to where you get those sparks again. And that's only really happened like one time in the past few months. We went to a wedding, and I felt like the sparks were there, and the romance was there, the affection was there that night, but then, all the rest of the time, not really. So that was one awesome thing. I felt like God was like showing me like he loves me, and like, you know, here's a reminder of what you're worth. You're worth that man singing about the beginnings and how awesome it is, and feeling those things. And then I get home, and like my biggest stressor the past couple weeks, aside from like all this relationship stuff, is that my leaves in my yard. So it's my first year in the fall in my new house, and I just did not anticipate how much leaves would be like overtake your life. And so my kids and I like bagged up like 25 bags of leaves in the front yard, and that still didn't get, it was like there's probably, we got like 2/3 of the front yard pile, 25 leaf bags, and then there was still like a third left. And then I had the back and the sides of the yard had leaves and stuff. So as soon as I'm getting home today from like basically getting dumped, it was a discussion, but you know, I mean, at the end of the day, I got dumped. I get home, and the neighbor is like driving around my yard, sucking up, or I don't know, he has this huge thing in the back of his tractor, is like sucking up all my leaves. And it was like, there's God again. Like, God loves me, and he's just showing me like I am loved, I am taken care of. So it's like the biggest thing is like you feel very alone being, you know, I'm an independent woman and a single mom for a long time, and I know how to do, you know, the things that I need to do and get through life. But it's like I still feel very lonely sometimes, and I still feel very much like I want to do life with somebody, and I want us to take care of each other, you know. I don't feel like I need to be taken care of, but I want to take care of somebody, and I want somebody to take care of me. So anywho, I feel like it'll be okay. I'm really sad, but yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I don't know if this is gonna help anybody, but it's just to say that you're not alone, and good things are coming regardless of what stage you're in. And sometimes that feels really crappy, but it'll be okay. All right, I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to keep it real.